Yeah, and this is what the hell we gonna do today. Woo-ha! Got you all in check. Yo, what's going on? This is comedian Shang. Yeah. This is Savage AF bringing it to you all up in your motherfucking grill. This is what it is. This is what we do. This is what we feel. Black Pedro is doing a big audition today. Some Spielberg movie. I think he's getting a series on Netflix or some shit like that. So we're gonna rock out today. This is your boy Shang. And we'll see if some people jump into the feed. But we're gonna talk about different shit here on Savage AF. But make sure we let y'all know before we get into these topics that we're gonna get into, because we're gonna talk about them today, and you're gonna listen to what the hell I got to say, because that's what the fuck I'm telling you. All right, so and if you don't listen, you get now. Check this out. Savage AF, we are on all podcast platforms. I need you to subscribe to us on all the podcast platforms. That's right, subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, SoundCloud, and forget the other one. Fuck it, let's keep it going. We got some people in the feed. What's up, Maya? What's up, Zenat? What's up, Nicole H? I just want to let y'all know that make sure you subscribe to the channel. And everybody that don't subscribe to the channel, your feet stink and you don't love your baby Jesus. And there's a very good chance that you was touched as a child and it's still fucking with your head, and now you don't know how to get over it. That's why you don't subscribe. But if you do subscribe, make sure that you do what you need to do when you go do this. Click the bell. How many fucking times I got to tell people, yo, what's going on, Chris? What's up? What's up, Damani? Lady Hazel May, Evelyn Gatlin in the building, Breezy JJ. Oh, yeah. All right, we're going to talk about some shit today. We're going to give you the rundown on the run up. But make sure that even though Black Pedro on here, I need you to do me a favor. Make sure you follow at Black Pedro on the IG, and make sure you follow me at Comedian Shang. Also, make sure you sign up on the website if you get a chance on my website, which is IamShang.com. Stop playing. You know what it is. All day, every day. What we say on the show is fuck your feelings. Facts matter. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. And all you black people out there that follow me, you know what it is. All right. Don't make me tell you twice, because then the shit get crazy. Then I gotta put hands on you. All right. So yeah, that's Yeah, I just want to let you know. Yeah, shout out to Black Pedro. Good luck on your audition. I hope that you get that Spielberg / Marvel / series. All right, so let's talk about it. And I need your input. If anybody wants to jump in on the feed, I will let you jump in. If you choose to jump in, it's up to you. I will put it in the. I will put it here. And if you jump in, unless you're a scared little motherfucker. I know we got a lot of scared little motherfuckers. Scary ass, yogi ass niggas. But not y'all. Y'all the shit. Y'all are the best audience out of all the people. But there is, I put it in the feed. Bam. If you want to jump on, I'm not shy. You can jump on with me. This is it. So we're gonna talk about some shit here on Savage AF. You know what it is, Savage AF. And I'm gonna let you know right now. You know what? You get big money when you fuck with us, right? And when you fuck with us, you know what I'm saying? Because we the type of niggas that make things happen, and you make it happen for us. All right, let's get into the first topic. I usually we got Black Pedro gives you the rundown on the run up, but I'm gonna give you the rundown. What we're gonna talk about today, very quick show, is why do we put up with the bullshit? Why do we put up with the bullshit, not only in life and politics and thing? Is it because of love? Is it because of tolerance, accommodation? You ain't got your half of the rent. Why do we put up with so much bullshit in the world when we know it's bullshit? That's one of the things we're going to talk about today. Also, the other thing we're going to talk about is, do white people realize that white privilege exists? Do they think they just doing all this shit on their own? Like it's just the magic of their own essence made them become the success they are. And it wasn't generational wealth that was handed down from motherfucking slave owners that took our land and took our fucking sweat. We're going to talk about that because that's what we're going to do. The next topic, will the Dems ever grow some fucking balls? Quit acting like little bitches. I'm so sick of the Dems with their little bitch ass. They make my ass itch. They make my booty itch. Savage AF, you know what it is. That's what it is. What's up, Stacy? What's going on? Miss Unpredictable 214 in the building. Yeah, I mean, what is with that? That is what we're going to talk about. And my Shangri today, since we don't have a Black Pedro popping today, but he will be back tomorrow, we are going to talk about, my Shangri is race over logic. That is the world we live in right now. It is not about logic. It is not about rationale. It is not about humanity coming up and becoming a better fucking human being so we can go to that celestial point of life where we actually find the better parts of the world and humanity. No, it's about your pigmentation or your epidermis that's wrapped around your motherfucking skull. That's what it is. So, yes. Okay, we got Evelyn Gatlin says, the Democrats are ballist. Yeah, I don't know if that's the word. And so it's Pandro. Yeah, today's Pandro. And also Maya says they don't care to acknowledge that privileged would be to admit they ain't shit. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about the first topic. Let's get into it. All right, and for the people that don't understand, this is what we do. This is Savage AF. We rock with these facts. That's how the fuck we rock, and we don't give a fuck about your feelings if you ain't saying logical, rational shit that makes shit, to the world. Also, I told you once, I'm gonna tell you twice, I'm gonna tell you 3 times. That's the way we roll. Like and subscribe the motherfucking channel. Boom. Now, let's get into it right now. Why do we put up with the bullshit? That is what I'm asking today, because I feel like we put up with so much bullshit in the world, in our relationships and life. We put up with so much bullshit, and we know that it's bullshit, and yet we still rock with it. Why do we put up with high levels of bullshit? I want to see what the people in the feed think. I think that as Democrats, what we put up with the bullshit is because we actually compromise too much. If you look at the infrastructure bill that's going down right the fuck now, the Democrats have compromised going from 6 trillion down to 3 trillion, down to 1.7 trillion. And it's because we compromise. I think that people that have logic and rationale try to compromise, but sometimes the compromises are a little too much. What do you guys think? I think that the GOP plays rough. They play dirty. Maya is absolutely right. And I think that the Democrats, I'm a Democrat. I'm leaning more towards a progressive. We have a tendency to not accept that this is a grimy, greasy ass game. And we try to actually work with them and reach across the aisle like Joe Manchin, that bitch ass motherfucker. When I see Joe Manchin in these streets, if I see Joe Manchin in these streets, I'm going to let you know right now. Good in the motherfucking grill. And he's such a bitch. We already know that he's part of the special interest group, and he's also in Cole's pocket. So we want to know what that is. But I think we do put up with levels of bullshit that is amazing. I think that in our relationships, if you're with a woman or a man, that you deal with the bullshit instead of just, stepping up, clearing the air, and making sure that you don't deal with the bullshit. That's what we fucking do. And everybody knows it. We got some people talking about, Queen B is in the building. We got Queen B in the building. But I agree with Maya. I'm going to put this back up here again. Democrats try to play nice. They go low, we go high. Get the fuck out of here. Let me tell you something. If I'm in a fight and, you know what I'm saying, you go low, I'm kneeing you in your motherfucking face. You getting all this knee to your grill. In fact, I'm gonna serve you up a knee platter with a little bit of Tang hot sauce on it. That's what the fuck is gonna happen. I'm sick of that fucking dumbass mentality where we always put up with this bullshit. Stop the bullshit. And the Democrats do that all the time. But I'm talking about across the board. I think in relationships, we put up with bullshit. We put up with people that don't, that you say you love them, but you don't tolerate them. Oh, we got Big Chris in the building. I bring niggas on, and Big Chris is in the building, and this is what we're on board. I think Big Chris is in the building.
What's happening with you, man?
Man, just talk about it. Now, I wanted to ask you.
Hold on. First
off, let's go there. First off.
I had to mute the other side so I could hear what you were saying. Right. The very first I ain't seen you since we was like 10 years old. I know you don't remember. We used to hang out. I got my first ass kicking from you because we went to East Liberty to see a Bruce Lee movie, came back and cut my mom's broom in half to make some nunchucks.
Wow. Why are you letting these people know that we were out of our fucking mind?
Ain't shit changed.
Yeah, no, damn, he said ain't shit changed. We are still the same crazy motherfucker. The fact that we cut broomsticks to make nunchucks means
and wrap them in black tape.
And that means we were off. That's crazy now. But no, thank you for coming on the show, Savage AF. This is Savage AF. Usually we got Black Pager in the building. Anybody else, if you're in the feed, you saw I put the link in the feed. If you want to rock out with us, rock out with us. Don't be a little scared, little yogurty motherfuckers. We are not that type of show. It's a serious, at the same time, silly show. And let
me say something to you real quick.
Yeah.
How are you going to wonder if white people realize that they have white privilege?
Hold on. That's the next topic, but. Okay.
I'm not gonna get back on. I'm just
no.
We combine them
both together. We combine them together.
That's like asking a fish does it know that it's wet.
Right.
That's just their world. That's just a world, and right. It's so that's their what do they call it? That's just it's like we don't realize that we have air until it's taken away.
Right.
That's the reason why they freak the fuck out when sometimes their white privilege is taken away. That has given the birth of Karens and Karenism.
Karenism? Is that real? Is that a word? Like, I guess it is.
Today, right now, I have just made it a word.
You know what? All words are made up, so fuck it. All right, so no, I agree.
Exactly.
I agree with you. And I agree with people in the feed. We got a lot of people in the feed. What's up? Chris, Big Chris, okay. Nicole A say, right, Big Chris. They are born into that mentality. I think there's a tendency for white people to feel like that everything they do is because of this. Hey, I built this, so I know it. And sometimes they're not as.
I don't even think that shit. It's just a mindset. It's the reason why you could be a successful stand-up dude, all the thing. Get a white dude from a trailer park and got a pot to piss in. And he still has it in his heart to be able to call you a nigger.
Absolutely.
It's just a mindset.
It's a mindset because what they did was they set it all up so they can feel better.
It's a societal mindset.
Yeah, right. That's what there was a Republican said, and I forget that. FDR. It was FDR that said, if you make the lowest white dude feel better. No.
Stop that. It has nothing to do with party. What? It has nothing to do with party. You ready? Democrats, Republicans, the right and left cheek are the same stinky ass. I'm telling you right now.
Wow.
Right now.
Hold on. Look. I gotta give you this. Wow. What? No, but there's some asses that's different than other asses.
Stinky ass is stinky ass.
No, wait a minute. Hold on now. Wait a minute. No, I think that the Democrats are now they ass stink too, but
bullshit.
The Republican. No, are you kidding me? So you trying to say Biden is worse than motherfucking Trump?
I'm not saying worse. No. Don't get caught up in the worst shit. I'm saying as bad.
Oh no! Hell no!
No. It's just like is wrong. It's just like Malcolm X said. Just like Malcolm X said, it's a wolf and it's a fox. The Republicans are wolves. They letting you know we coming out, we gonna eat you. We fucking you up. The wolves, the foxes, they don't have it right in them, but they still gonna try and sweet talk you into the back of the room where they gonna fuck you up, keep you in the box. They do, man. Come on.
No. Let me
Come
tell you
on.
something. Okay, well let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Everybody on the feed, Savage AF, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you don't subscribe to the channel, your feet stink and you don't love your baby Jesus. Now,
and if you don't subscribe, your mama. Now, how about that?
There you go. But I disagree with you 1,000% because if you gotta look at statistics and facts. The Democrats have actually passed. Wait for it.
I ain't said nothing.
Okay,
I didn't say nothing. Go ahead.
All right, so the Democrats have passed more legislation that actually helps the smaller businesses and working men. The Republicans have given 1%, have given the top 1%, not the Democrats, so it's not the same ass cheek. The Democrats didn't do that. The Republicans did that because they had the majority, and the Republicans gave the top 1% over $50 trillion additional money. So you can't say it's the same asshole because
it's the same stinky ass. It's the same stinky ass. Let me say this though, right? Okay. This is what we have to watch.
Okay.
Ever since the 60s, right? We've had shit all kind of fucked up. Prior to the 60s, the black family was a husband and a wife. That's just the way it was. Then around the 60s, the 70s, that's when they introduced welfare and they got the husband out of the family, right?
Right. They take the man out of the equation. Yeah.
That's exactly right. So this is the deal. Right now, you're talking about the Republicans are taking care of the 1%. And I didn't dispute that. I agree with you 100%.
Right.
The other part is, though, the Democrats are still bringing motherfuckers in. Think about it. We have never had where we were able to protest and grow on our own. Every time we do that, they water that shit down. In the 60s, when we were having our civil rights movement, they threw the women in it. Right? So the NAACP has actually done more for white women than they have.
No. When it came to, I agree with you. But the end of the day.
So wait, no, hold on. Now, even with the latest with the Black Lives Matter and us standing up, they throwing the gays in on it. So now all of a sudden we got all they doing is build. No, they throwing the gays in. Now they got to have their civil rights. And I ain't got nothing against.
No, I agree. I agree with you pertaining to that because the gay rights which is sexuality based is not necessarily just.
And you want to piss me off? I hate when a gay dude say shit like, I understand you're getting prejudice against you, Chris. I get the same thing. I'm like, no. If you don't suck dick in public, they don't know anything about you being gay.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm still black no matter what.
By the way, anybody that tuned in, when you heard the part about suck dick in public, neither one of these niggas do that. Both of us we're vaginitarians. We always have been
connoisseur. I'm a vagina connoisseur.
I'm a cunnilingus connoisseur. So
that's exactly right.
No, I agree, but they do try to put together a coalition for everybody.
They never let us have our own. All they doing is they building a bigger bus, and they still making sure, like with the immigrants, they're making sure that we still at the back of that bigger bus.
I disagree.
Come on now.
Come on. The reason I disagree is you can't say that there's one. I'm not saying that now. Since we jump topics, fuck it, let's go with it. The reason I'm saying that I brought this topic in is, but do white people realize a white privilege still exists? Because there's some white people that, yes, they absolutely, I believe they know it. They're aware of it. They play. I think they are aware of their white privilege. And there's a percentage of white folks that aren't aware of it and are always stunned when they find out, I got privilege. Oh my God. I can get pulled over and not end up dying because a cop had a bad day and apparently that his wife was fucking some nigga named Maduku who had a dick like a golf club. That's what happened. And I'm telling the truth. But you can't say it's not a party thing. That's not it. I disagree with you. I'm glad you came on the show, but I'm going to tell you something, Big Chris. I'm going to tell you something right now. This is what I'm saying. And for all the people in the feed, end of the day, the Democrats and the Republicans and the progressives have more shit that they try to do to help the people, where the Republicans have more shit where they try to help a small percentage of motherfucking biased racists.
Yeah, but this is the deal. Listen, I'm not taking up for him, right? Not taking up for him. This is the deal with the Republicans, though. Them motherfuckers give a fuck about black or white. They give a fuck about green. And if they can make green holding black motherfuckers down, that's what they're doing. And what they're finding out is this country needs a whole new set of niggas. They wearing out the set that they got now. So now they're going after the poor white folks. They could give a fuck about them. The Republicans just don't give a fuck about black or white.
Well,
they don't give a fuck. What they give a fuck about is green.
Okay, we're gonna roll it over into this then. All right, the next topic, let's go with it. Will the Democrats ever grow some balls?
No.
All right, no. Okay. No, wait a minute. Okay, now the Democrats never really had balls to grow.
That's true. Trick question.
Okay,
trick question.
It's a trick question. All right, so no, see, Breezy JJ says nope. Maya Baker says nope. Okay, and let me see who said I'm with the brother. Both are full of shit. Left cheek, right cheek. Damani, stop it. Let me tell you something. There's some people that got stinking asses, and there's some people that got hobo ass. Hobo ass is way worse. It's way worse than just regular ass. Okay, and I think that the Democrats that's swampy, stinky, wet. Why is it crunching when you walk ass? The Republicans are that stinky, swampy, shitty, crusty. Oh my God, I can't breathe around your ass. And the Democrats are just stinking ass because there is definitely a difference. And the progressives are trying to help a lot of people. That's what
Are they really?
The Republicans and the progressives are yes, they are. There are people I've met. People.
Tell me the thing that the progressives are doing to really, or even the Democrats are doing to really help.
To really help people.
Really help.
Hold on for a second.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm listening.
No. And everybody in the feed, y'all get into it too. If you want some of this smoke, see, Chris ain't afraid. He came and got some of this smoke. Come get some of this smoke, niggas. And by the way, somebody disagrees with you. Mexicans, the new niggas. That's why
I just got finished saying they need the new niggas.
Right. The Carolina boss says that's why they're getting them across and giving them citizenship. We need to vote anybody but make them hold their word. Now I agree with that. But okay, the reason I say that, we brought this up about the Democrats, and you say, are there any Democrats that are doing stuff? And you said, do they really care? If you look at the infrastructure bill pertaining to child care, pertaining to work leave, where they paid work leave, the Democrats have actually.
What good is work leave if you ain't got a job?
Okay, but I'm talking about for people who have a job. Obviously, you can't get work leave if motherfuckers unemployed. But I'm saying that don't make no sense. It's like
think about why do they keep two different stats? The rest of America's unemployment rate and then nigga unemployment rate.
But they do, because obviously this is a racist society that's built off the back of us. And now they're trying to do with the Mexicans. I agree with Carolina boss, absolutely, positively. But
absolutely.
Maya Baker says the problem is no term limits. Elected officials outside of the president can remain in power for too long. I agree with that. There should definitely be that.
She's absolutely on point.
On point, and I think they should do that with Supreme Court justice. I don't think you should be able to stay there all your life if you use a backward trailer park inbreed book of bitch cunt, and you shouldn't even do that. By the way, I said that all in a row without taking a breath. Fuck with you, boy.
I'm impressed.
That's what I'm saying. So, but I'm going to give you an example with the Democrats. When you look at that. That's a Democratic progressive, not centrist. That's a motherfucking Democratic policy. When you look at some of the things that we have passed, not pertaining to across the board with police brutality and stuff, but there have been laws that are specifically Democrat led. There are some good people that are actually trying to do good things for the general public. I have met them. I have done. Some of them are absolute scumbags, and I see some people in the feed.
So, Shay,
Right.
I'm going to vote you in the office because you just did a whole bunch of words and you ain't said shit. I
did say something.
I
just said the infrastructure bill pertaining to child care.
I asked for one specific thing that they have done to help the people. You named a bill.
Okay.
What is inside that bill?
Okay, specifically inside that bill, it is pertaining to having assistance for women and families that need child care. Assistance for covering child care. That's specific. That's not a lot of words. That is specific. Anybody in the feed, y'all can say there, Pamela Knox going to jump in. They're scared of Hispanics because of the rate of they procreate. That is racist, Pamela. And I'm going to see you in these streets. And when I do, break dance off. All right. So all signs point to white population on decline. That's right. By 2050, the white people.
That's true. And to me, that being in decline, to me, that is probably one of the things that kind of spurred the Trumpism that went on.
Oh,
because
completely.
the motherfuckers is holding on. They're afraid of losing power. And if you do some reading, for real, if you do some reading and some research, you'll find out that even the abortion bill is that way. They don't want the white girls getting abortions, especially when they're having these pretty ass beige babies.
Oh, here you go. Everybody thinks I'm mixed. You know I ain't mixed. I ain't mixed, but the bottom line.
I know you're not mixed. I know you're people.
I'm just a high yellow nigga. But the bottom line.
No, I know you ain't. I know you ain't mixed.
And all the people that want to say that shit about me, first off, understand.
Come see me. Yeah, come see me. I know you.
All right.
I know you. Because remember.
No, I'm saying. No, I was gonna say. You talk a lot of shit about saying nobody's doing shit for people. There are things that's in your life right now that somebody stood up and said, let's make it better for you.
Bro, I ain't never denied that. I agree with you 1,000%.
And if there's a
but no, it's like let's give these motherfuckers a little bit. We ain't gonna give them the whole thing. We gonna give them a little bit just to shut them up.
You know what? We got a message from that. We got a live message that said, "Shut up, nigger! Shut up! Shut your mouth!"
See.
I didn't even know that was gonna come in there, but that just.
I am actually grateful. That means we're saying some real shit.
Okay, but we're gonna.
If it's hitting home like that.
We're meshing all the topics together, so fuck it. Let's go with this one. Race over logic. Is that the world we live in right now? Everybody in the feed, is it race over logic? All right. Shout out also to Black Pedro. We're at the midway of the show. Want to let y'all know, make sure you subscribe to the show. Make sure you subscribe. You see the little button down there? If you don't click that, guess what? When you have an orgasm, it's going to hurt real bad. If you don't subscribe, every time you come, it's going to be like, it's going to hurt. So I need you to subscribe to the channel. And when you subscribe to the channel, make sure you do this. Click the bell and make sure you check us out on all the podcast platforms, and make sure you like, subscribe. But when you do it, make sure that you go there and click it on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud. All right. So I got to cover all those bases. And yeah, I was going to say we used to have a sponsor with the Laugh Factory, but we don't have them anymore. We're going to be getting some new sponsors, and we appreciate that. And because some of our show was so edgy, we got kicked off of platforms. Because apparently you're not allowed to
that means you're doing it right, man. That means you're doing it right.
Cracker ass crackers. You can't say that apparently. But no, so now we're asking some people in the feed. I see the feed popping off. God damn. I'm trying to keep up with everybody. Okay, somebody just Raina, you subscribe. Okay. I'm stuck with you. I hope so. Let's see. Wow. What do you mean? Wow.
That's a great place to be stuck.
Yeah, let's get stuck. Okay, but I agree with you to a point. But I really do believe that right now this country has a tendency pertaining to voter registration, where they're basically trying to snuff our vote out, where people died for the shit. I know why. We know why, because they know that they can't win no other way. Because when Black folks mobilize, we get shit, we crush them. In there, we got to think about Biden, even though people don't like Biden, and sometimes Biden is a very slow moving motherfucker. And I feel like every time
that's because you're 110 years old.
Well, that's true. He definitely was the waiter at the Last Supper. The motherfucker. I don't know if you ever seen the Roman games. He was one of the first.
He was one of the first motherfuckers.
Yeah. So don't know if y'all ever seen that painting of Jesus. Look behind Jesus. You'll see Biden. That motherfucker is old as fuck. Like he fart and just bone powder flies out.
Dust powder. Yep. Yo, on the real though.
Race over logic. What do you think? What do you think? Is it race over logic? Or is it race over logic? Or do you think that people are more logical than they are racist?
I think people are more protective. I think there's another one of them. I think there's another one of them Shang trick questions. I don't think it's race.
See, but I've been getting people with them. I didn't get you this time, but I've been getting people with them. I think it's more. I saw this thing with Denzel today where he's talking about it's not about race, it's more about culture. Wow.
And so where we do certain things just because it's out of culture, that people are offended by or because they don't understand, so they try and shut it down. So are they being logical when they say certain things or do certain things? I don't think so. I think they're just they don't understand. So I don't think it's race over logic. Like I honestly believe even when there's certain white people, they get upset about certain shit. They're not being racist. It's just that they don't understand that we do things differently.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. But okay. I understand that what Denzel's saying. By the way, shout out to Denzel. I actually got to meet him. He was actually frighteningly cool. I was surprised.
I could imagine.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be on some other shit, and he was mad cool. He was at a show I did, and he actually was like, thought I was funny. And it was kind of cool to have Denzel Washington say you're funny. I ain't seen the nigga since, and he ain't put me in no movie. So when I see you in these streets, you know, I'm putting cases on all you motherfuckers. I'm putting cases on all you niggas. Oh. That's, by the way, that's the Denzel Washington finger. Every movie he goes, okay, but because that's Denzel. But I think that absolutely it was a trick question. God damn it. I was trying to get somebody with it. Anybody in the feed, that's a trick question. It's not a real question because obviously race has always been over logic. Okay, there is no logical reason that grown men walk around with this gear on other than they're racist. There is no other reason for them to do this shit.
Extreme ignorance.
It's extreme ignorance. It's tribalism. I believe it's tribalism where they want to keep in their own tribe. It's fear because they don't want to feel inferior when there is superior motherfuckers around.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think it's fear? Like, oh shit, these motherfuckers are going to do to us what we did to them?
Because we was.
Do you think it's fear? Like,
yes, absolutely. Shit. Because oh my God, if we were in power the way I think I'm talking about reverse Planet of the Apes. I would have 7 slave white babies walk around the house handing me shit off the ground. Absolutely.
When it's cold outside, have them sitting on your feet to warm your feet up.
Yep. I would absolutely do that. I would absolutely do that. And they no, I wouldn't. Well, I ain't gonna say that.
You're a big fat one. A big fat one to go lay in the bed to warm the bed up before you get in.
Yeah, Patrice. Hey, get up in the fucking bed and do what the fuck I tell you. But no,
but seriously, think about even the gun laws of California. They were changed as soon as the Black Panthers read the laws, started using the laws,
right?
And then all of a sudden they were like, "Oh, we got to change these laws."
Oh yeah,
okay?
I mean, of course, easily. If you tell every nigga in the world to buy a gun, of course, it's like, well, we don't need these gun laws because they know this shit gonna happen. They know that it's gonna be a wrap. They know
now think about it. Right now, let's apply it to today. Tell all these niggas to go out and vote. Shit, all the niggas went out to vote. Whoa, we got to change the voting laws.
Agreed. Everybody in the feed, what do you think? Do you think that that's the case? But no, it is definitely a trick question. Wow. Miss Adverb always saying some baby neck warmers. By the way, we're all going to hell. Everybody in this
just feed, say that. We all going to hell.
We're not. That was just, what the fuck? You know. Okay, and Archeo Mom says it's fear of losing their capital. I agree 1,000%. But if you feel that you are superior, and I'm not saying that all white people feel this way because that would absolutely make me stupid too. But
Right.
I think that fear of losing the grip on the top tier of capital is part of it. I think that the end of the day, they don't want equal competition because they've been winning up to this point. So
And they
it's a
really don't know how to
combination of that.
compete because they've always had the system against them, which goes to say, I'll dovetail off of what you just said. This really isn't about white people. When you think of racism, you're really not talking about white people per se. What you're thinking about or talking about is a system. So we need to really like some poor white dude in a trailer park. If he has bigoted feelings, like I won't even say he has racist feelings because that fucker can't control me getting a home or my education or anything like that. We talking about racism. You're talking about racism, which is a system, not really people.
Okay. All right. So race over logic, which was a trick question, and I thought I'd get somebody with it, but I thought I didn't get you with it, and I didn't get nobody in the feed with it. So fuck all y'all for being smart. You know when somebody get mad because you did something right? Well, fuck you for knowing the right
fuck
answer.
you.
Yeah. Well, we don't even try to give back a logical answer. We just go, yeah, well, fuck you for knowing
for thinking. Shit. Yeah, for thinking this shit.
Thinking motherfucker. But no, but if you look at that, and I really do believe this without a question, that this is a country that will have to have something incredibly drastic happen for us to ever completely. Now, I'm not gonna say we're not gonna come together, but completely come together. It's gonna have to be a natural catastrophe.
We need more beige babies, man.
Aliens coming. Come on. If aliens come and they start probing all of our asses, we'll come together because I don't want my ass probed. And I don't know why we got aliens. Why do they come all that way just for our assholes? What is in our assholes
that
makes us, are they just freaks? Are they
just freaky nasty?
Just freaky aliens.
They from the planets that George Clinton and them used to sing about.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. We got so many comments today. I blow off their head with a shotgun for no reason. Oh wow!
Whoa.
God damn! This is going hard.
We need some more on that, like a beginning and an ending to that thought. Like where did it come from and where's it going?
It just apparently it went left. Pamela Knox. Okay, all right. So we've already had 2 years of disaster happening. This country is in collapse. Now, I believe the country is in collapse, but you got to have some optimism, or I wouldn't go outside. I would just sit in the house with a gun and point it at the window, like, anybody come in here, I'm going to ventilate you with holes. But I mean, you got to have some kind of optimism. And and people say aliens won't come here. We're too stupid. Wow. But they do like to come here and probe our ass. According to that, they said that every time they find us, they take us up to their ship, they give us a little bit of wine, and then they
some of that space weed. Some of that space weed.
And then they grow my ass. But okay. No, I agree. I agree with you guys. I think there is a collapse going on, but I don't think that
I think it's more growing pains. I really do. I don't think it's a collapse. I think it's more growing pains. I think the people in power are afraid that we're having power. People who don't have power realizing they do have power.
Well, yeah.
And there's some growing pains. I don't think we're in a collapse. I'm actually pretty optimistic about the
but I hope you. But you know what? We had 4 years of fuckery, and we did by this administration who are fucking children. They were goddamn children, and now we got a dude that's 955 years old that's in charge. So
I honestly think Trump was a fantastic thing that happened to the country. Can I say that? Can I say that?
You can say it, but you're gonna get.
Can I explain it?
Yeah,
can I explain
that? Oh wait, hold
up. Before that woman shoots me in the face with a shotgun, let me explain.
You already got a response. Nicole H.
I see it. This is what I mean by that. Sometimes you get bullied and you get bullied and you get bullied, and we basically as a collective have been turning the other cheek. And I think when Trump came on and he empowered Like Trump didn't invent racism. He didn't invent bigotry. But what he did was he made the motherfuckers who felt it feel empowered to show it. And I think the black community finally has got the guts to say, you know what? Fuck that. You ain't picking on me no more. And
is that what you think it is?
I think we're not. I think we're at a point to where we're like, fuck y'all. You're not getting at us anymore. And we're starting to fight back. We will start getting more empowered. We will start having our own businesses. We're going to start putting pressures on our billionaires to, yo, man, start opening up some banks for us. We're going to start getting to the point to where we can be like, let me make a hometown reference. All right. See if you remember. We're going to be like the Hill District or Harlem, places that or Tulsa way back in the day, where because of necessity, we had our own very strong and vibrant communities. We're going to get back to that. And
I hope you're right. You know what? I'm going to give you props on that. I hope you're right, but I am skeptical as a motherfucker. But
that means we got to believe in us, though.
Yeah, but every time we do it, what happens?
We get caught up in the bullshit. And I said it just like that, bullshit.
Yeah, but I'm still going. But I hear what you're saying, and you say that Trump brought out the racism.
I think Trump brought that around. Trump was the last bully to make a motherfucker. I don't have any more cheeks to turn. We fighting back now.
You might be right. I'm gonna give you that. Okay, so I think that at the end of the day, we got a lot of shit to work on.
If you look at TV commercials, there's more black people on commercials nowadays.
People of color, for sure.
People of color. I mean, I have no qualms about it. Same sex type marriages being represented on TV. Shit is changing.
Right.
Shit is really, really changing. And I think
I think COVID changed a lot of it too.
Yes, absolutely.
I think COVID changed it. I think that you're right about Trump. Trump with his bitch ass, always his orange little Cheeto face, always whining, and we won the election. No, you didn't, bitch. No, you didn't. And all the little racist ass Republicans that believe that I just want to say this on the show today. You could suck all our dicks, not some of
one time.
Just all of them. Everybody that's with you, even the little coon cage nigga you got standing beside you, Trump. All of them. So
he's a funny motherfucker. What's his name? Scott? Is that his name?
Yeah.
He's a funny. Him, and whenever some shit like that goes on, if you flip on Fox, you can turn the volume down. But if you flip on Fox, that shit look like BET whenever they got some shit on it. Motherfuckers they find every black person they can to put on fucking.
They do that all the time. They always have. They always will. We already know the deal. It's
hilarious to me.
For a while there, it was Stacey Dash with her crazy ass, and then it was not Condoleezza Rice, because Condoleezza Rice gets on my nerves a little bit too. But then it was Omarosa, and then Candace Owens. All of these motherfuckers.
What about them two big fat was they?
Yeah, Star and Buck Wild. What was their names?
Diamond and somebody.
Diamond and Coon. I don't know, but it was two heavy heifers that were just.
It was built like me.
Yeah, and built like me too. And they were like, and Trump is our savior. Oh, shut the fuck up. But I want to let y'all know, this is Savage AF. We had a special guest, Big Chris, in the building, and I like the fact that he jumped in. But he jumped in without, he didn't hesitate. He went hard to pay. He said, "Oh, you want that smoke? I get that smoke.
I got that smoke. Look.
And then he gonna bring up the Nunchuck thing, which I know that I want people to know I was crazy and you was crazy too.
Look, I'm not even gonna say it, but that was back before Shang was built. Before Shang was made. We called you something else back them days, but we ain't gonna talk. Squeaky, that's exactly right. That was on you to say.
I got bit in the throat by a Doberman Pinscher, which made my voice squeaky for a while as a baby, because apparently you can't smack Doberman Pinschers in their fucking face without them retaliating, and that's why they all call me Squeaky. So now that y'all know, I wish y'all would say something to me when you see me. Okay, you
But you know,
motherfuckers.
we come back from the days of when you look at a motherfucker, oh, you riffing, and then we just go in on.
This is true. But no, I agree with you. And by the way, I'm sorry to say, one of our sponsors, Skippy the Squirrel, yeah, he hurt his leg again, so we won't have him on none of the shows for about a month until he heals up. I'm like, what the fuck? You're like, what the fuck is that? But Savage AF, and by the way, some of the shit you said made complete sense, and I agree with you. And some of the stuff, I still think that Trump, I would have rather not had a Trump than had a Trump.
Sometimes you got to have a little pain for growth.
I give you that. And we had some pain, and now we got to deal with this old motherfucker. Okay.
Look, Trump was coming. Trump was coming. The motherfuckers was so mad at motherfucking Obama being there.
Well, it's called white lash. They basically did a white. It was white lash. They were like
Trump was coming in some form or another.
Right, you hired a nigger for 8 years. Well, we'll show you. We'll hire the most incompetent, racist, sexist.
It wasn't the fact that he was a nigger. It was the fact that he was a cool nigga. This motherfucker was out playing basketball. He had motherfuckers like Jay-Z at the White House. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's why every time you saw McConnell, he was like, "Oh my God,
oh my God." Exactly.
Fingers are coming. I can't drink baby blood anymore. And by the way, well, yeah, a lot of, and anybody that watched this show probably offended if you're Caucasian or pigmentally challenged or European American. I never told y'all to go down and do this shit. So I'm allowed to talk shit about you. If you condone this type of shit, I'm allowed to talk shit about you because you don't.
Hold on.
They condone this type of shit too. A lot of people did that too.
Listen, let me tell you something. You keep going back in history. Let's go back a couple months. If you can find any reason to justify the shit that went down
January
6th, you the same motherfucker.
That's all of them.
I'm not going to put it on all of them. I'm going to ask everyone to look into their heart.
All the Democrats voted for investigation in it. It was only 2 Republicans, and it was the rest of Republicans. So you can't. So I'm not going to say all of them, but most of them.
But if you can justify that shit, I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran of this country. I was in the military for 8 fucking years. I'm telling you right now, put a Black Lives Matter flag on the motherfuckers that attacked the Capitol. Put who were the other guys? The Antifa. We would have had people in jail. The jails would have been overflowing, but
there would have been bodies, much more people killed. They would have definitely used their weapons.
That's exactly right.
So we coming to the end of the show. This is Savage AF. Everybody, I know y'all can't give a virtual applause because we don't have an actual applause machine because it ain't that type of show yet, but it will be. All right. Make sure that y'all give Chris hometown all day. Make sure Chris, that anytime you want to come on the show, because I invite people, but people get scared, you little scared motherfuckers.
I ain't scared.
You ain't scared. All right. So Savage AF, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I already told you what that is. I have to say at the beginning, the middle, and the end, because that is how the show is run. If you don't subscribe, kill yourself.
Tell them how to subscribe. Is there a button that you push?
Yes, you go down to the little big thing when you're watching it on YouTube.
Right.
And you press it. Simple as that. All right. Now I'm gonna let y'all know that. I will be doing some live shows. There's going to be a lot of live shows coming up if you live in certain parts of the country. I am in Tacoma, Washington, coming up this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Here goes the dates at the Tacoma Comedy Club. Make sure you come check me out. Go to my website, I Am Shang, if you need more information. Then after that, I will be in Pearland, Texas, which is basically Houston, Texas, November 11th. I will be there. And then November 12th, I will be in Austin, Texas. I will be in Austin, Texas. And then after that, I will be at the Upstage Comedy Club in San Antonio, Texas, November 13th. Make sure you come out, check out the live shows. Make sure you tell your friends to subscribe to the channel. Damani Jones in the building, Maya Baker, Breezy JJ, Lady Hazel May, Pamela Knox, all the people that came on the feed. I can't read them all because the shit is scrolling really fast, but we appreciate everybody that's been on the show. Make sure, hey, if you got an Instagram, tell them where to follow you, goddamn.
I ain't got an Instagram. I'm old school, man. I'm gonna get one.
Well, then what y'all said, God damn it, get an Instagram. And for the people that do have Instagram, make sure you follow at Black Pedro, who couldn't beat it today, because he's auditioning for a Spielberg / Marvel / porn movie. And
I heard it was a porn movie.
That's what I heard about Pedro does, porn on the side. That's how he pays his bills. But make sure that y'all check him out. Boom. And make sure you subscribe to me on at Comedian Shang on the IG. We out of here. Thank y'all for checking out the show 7JF. This one's going to be on the Facebook page, and it's going to be on all the pages. Make sure you do that shit. Give them the Denzel Washington figure before we go. Y'all make sure y'all fucking check us out tomorrow. We're going to be on tomorrow, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you check us out. We out of here.
I holler, man.
All right, holla. We out of here like last year. Yeah.